Welcome to another edition of Walton Entertainment. Today we'll have more news, information, and entertainment from your local hometown.
Hey, thanks for tuning in today. As always, we're going to show you some of the dogs and cats that are available for adoption here at Walton County Animal Control. You know, it's summertime, and what that means is cats, cats, cats. We have just the flood of cats coming into the shelter like we do every year around this time. Lots of kittens, lots of adult cats that come through, and you know, unfortunately there's just not that many adopters or rescues for them, and a lot of them are put to sleep. So we really need your help. Maybe you've got that cat around your property that's been there for months or even years, and you think it's still a stray. Go ahead and trap it and get it spayed. That way you're not going to be bringing in litters of kittens to the shelter. You know, Paradox Spay Neuter Clinic does cat spays for $55, cat neuters for $35. I mean, super cheap, and it might save the lives of some kittens that would have been born if you didn't get it spayed or neutered. We have a lot of kittens coming through the shelter. They're available for adoption. You can see them on our website, waltonpets.net. But we also want to thank primarily two rescue groups that are helping bail us out, Altered Feral State and Pound Puppies and Kittens. They're rescuing as many kittens as they can, but there's still a lot that need homes. So maybe you're looking for a cat to add to your home. Check out our website, waltonpets.net, or come by the shelter Monday through Friday from 2 to 4:30 to see what's available. And now we'll show you some of those dogs and cats that are here at the shelter.
Here we have a pit mix. His name is Ranger. He's probably 2 or 3 years old. He is already neutered. He is microchipped. Seems to be a very friendly dog. He does love to talk, though. He is a talker. Come on.
We got a 2-month-old kitten here, Calico. She does not spayed yet, of course. She's not old enough, but she would have to be spayed. It is kitten season, and we are in full bloom. So if you're looking for a kitten, please come see us. We have plenty. It changes daily. Thank you.
She's a female Jack Russell Beagle mix type. She seems to have lots of energy, and she's ready to go play.
We have about an 8-month-old. He's a Shepherd Hound mix. Very sweet. We call him Bozo. He's kind of goofy looking, but he definitely needs a good home. Very sweet dog. Loves to ride. Loves to sit in your lap. Thinks he's a big lap dog. So if this dog interests you, just come on down here.
She's about 3 years old. She's super friendly. She's a little timid walking around on the leash. I don't know that she's ever really been on one, but she's a really friendly dog. Come on.
Join the 2020 Census team by going online and applying at 2020census.gov/jobs or 1-855-JOB-2020. That's 1-855-562-2020. Are you in need of tractor work, bush hogging, grading, cleaning, sod installs, and drainage repair? Then you need Bold Springs Landscape Solutions. Bold Springs Landscape Solutions is a licensed, insured, and certified landscape solutions company. Their services include grading and drainage, bush hogging, and clearing work, as well as fencing, landscape, and sod installation. Contact Bold Springs Landscape Solutions today.
Hey, I'm Isaac over at Reboot. We're going to give you the Reboot Tech Tip this week. I kind of wanted to change things up a little bit and talk about identity theft and technology. There's all kinds of scams going on where that's concerned. A couple of them are, let's say you go to an ATM, you've really got to look at the ATM before you put your card in there. There can be an adapter on the ATM. When you swipe your card, it'll get your card number. There can also be a camera where you punch in your number. It's kind of stuck up under, usually there's a little ledge there, and they stick it up under there. So not only do they get your card number, but they get your PIN number. They can do that at the gas station too. That's a possibility. Another big one is mail. You know, people can come and get in your mail. I actually will not that I can think of anyway, ever mail anything from my mailbox anymore. Actually take it to the post office. I have a post office box for important mail, so nobody can get to it except for me. Stuff like that. Another one is on your computers. If you're doing online banking, you want to have antivirus. You want to have a what's it called? It's like a browser add-on. A good, or the best browser add-on that I know of, and it's actually made by IBM. It's called Trusteer Rapport. Trusteer is Trusteer. Rapport is Rapport. It's a little add-on. It's a program that gets installed and it goes on your browser, and then it protects your browser when you're doing online banking from viruses and hackers and all that stuff. That's a good one. Actually, locally, Synovus Bank will recommend it. Pretty much any time that you go on their online banking site, if you don't have it installed, it'll pop up and say, hey, you should try and install this. I highly recommend that. That's a good one. And then the other thing about having antivirus protection, there's certain viruses that can get on your computer. There's one called a keylogger. And what that thing does, it actually logs every time you hit the keyboard, it goes into this little log and then it sends it to some guy somewhere. Now I will say, it takes a lot to kind of sift through that data, and most people are not going to be, not going to have that particular virus. But if you're a business, and particularly if your business makes a lot of money, you definitely want to have good antivirus protection for that reason. The other thing you can do too that I actually do is you can get one of those ID theft services. I use one called ID Shield, and I think I might pay $20 a month or something like that, and it actually protects my whole family. So if my ID is stolen, not only, I think they pay up to like $1 million, so if up to $1 million gets stolen from me, the ID Shield company will pay that back to me. One thing that they guarantee also is they will find whoever it is and make sure that they get prosecuted. And so to me, the $20 a month is way worth it. I actually had somebody get a hold of one of my kids' social security numbers and file a fake tax return on one of my kids, actually my youngest kid. And so that kind of sparked me to go ahead and get the ID Shield. Just so I don't have to worry about it anymore. ID theft is becoming more and more common. I had a customer tell me the other day that somebody had taken out some credit cards on them. We've had customers that'll give out credit card numbers to hackers, and then they'll drain their account. All that stuff. So with that part being said, also on your computer, a lot of times what'll pop up, let's say you'll be on a website and then something will automatically pop up, or you'll click on something and something will pop up and it'll say something like, this is Microsoft, your computer has been hacked, call this number and we'll help you fix it. Do not call that number. Don't do it. Those people are scammers. They scam people like crazy. That number is not ever Microsoft. And then another one is Microsoft may call you. They're like, hey, we noticed your computer's messed up or whatever, we need to fix it. Microsoft is not ever going to call you. That's not how they work. Do not give those people the time of day. Just hang up on them. There's actually been, especially if you own a big business and you've got a real problem with it, there are some companies out there that can help with that particular kind of thing. There's one out of Athens that actually works with the FBI, and they can trace these people, and the FBI goes after them. There's another guy that I know that's hacker certified, government certified or whatever, and he can help trace things like that, and then send the police after them also. So if you think you've got a big problem with it, companies like that are a great idea. Also, one other thing, and then I'll be quiet. If you are scared that you may, be susceptible to hackers or whatever, there's devices that you can install on your network. There's a firewall device that actually tracks everything coming in and out of your network. It'll stop suspicious stuff. This firewall device, it gets updated all the time. And then if you pay a little extra, you can actually have somebody manage it for you. And then, anytime anything happens and they get sent an email or they get a red flag or whatever it may be, and it can stop hackers. So those things are a little bit expensive, but compared to what can be stolen from you, a lot of times it's worth it. But anyway, that's it. Just stay safe on your computer. I always tell everybody, don't go anywhere crazy. If you're not sure about the website you're going to, don't go there. If you're not sure about an email that somebody sends you, don't open it. But anyway, that's it for this week. Isaac giving you the Reboot Tech Tip.
Good morning. Thank you for watching. I'm Dina Huff, the Executive Director for the Partnership for Families, Children, and Youth. And we're already in the middle of July, so the summer is quickly coming to an end for those students who have to start back in August or August 1st. So I wanted to share with you some information that has been passed on to me about back to school events, and then some important information about the 2020 census. So this event, the first event that I'm going to tell you about is happening Friday, July 19th. So when you see this, it will have passed already, but hopefully you all have this information or picked it up somewhere in town. It's a back to school supply giveaway, and it's Friday, July 19th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Felker Gym parking lot. And this is hosted by Walton EMC and Burrell Roofing. So thank you to those two organizations for putting this together. They're having free hot dogs, Cokes and chips, and I think school supplies. So that's important for all you students and teachers out there, so that will save your pockets. Also coming up, Social Circle. I know many of you won't be in the Social Circle area if you're watching this from Monroe, but Social Circle is also having a back to school bash on Thursday, July 25th from 4 p.m. until 6 p.m. And this is hosted by the Social Circle Main Street Commission. And if you'd like more information about that, you can contact me or Social Circle Board of Ed. Also, I would like to let you know about a community safety forum that we're holding again this year. It's hosted by the local emergency planning committee, and this will be they will host this on July 29th at 7 p.m. I understand there are a few open houses going on that same day, but this begins at 7 o'clock. So hopefully you will have wrapped up your open house visit to your child's school and you can come to this forum. This is a very important forum. It talks about safety in the schools. We will have some of the school leaders there, law enforcement, fire departments. We hosted this last year and the turnout was not very good. We did not have many parents to attend this event, but this is a great event. You're able to ask all kinds of questions, so I do recommend that you try to at least send, if you're at school with your child, send your husband, or if you're at school with your child, send your wife. So we would love to have you at this event. It's at the Praise Center. So if you want more information about that, you can contact Rick Baker at 770-207-3176. And again, the date for that is July 29th at 7 p.m. at the Praise Center. Also, I would like to mention to you, I'm not going to overwhelm you with this information, but I do want you to be aware that we are approaching time for the 2020 census. And I'm serving on a committee that will actually spread the word, help educate folks in the community about the census. So this is what you will need to look for in the mail. So it's not junk mail. Don't throw it away, because everyone needs to be counted. So between March 12th and March 20th, you will receive an invitation to respond online to the 2020 census. There are 3 different types of avenues that you can respond to the census: online, by mail, or by phone. So if you're not familiar with the computer, and you'd rather talk to somebody over the phone, you're able to do that, or you can send your form back in like you have in the past by mail. And this information is strictly confidential. They do not use your information for anything. And then if you haven't responded by the 20th or close to the 20th, on March 16th and 24th, they'll send you a reminder letter. And then between April 8th and 16th, a reminder letter and a paper questionnaire will be sent out. So you'll get lots of information about the census and an opportunity to participate. So I hope you will participate in that. Just going over some of the things that I have received, they're free to come out if you have events going on in town or in your neighborhood and talk to you about the census. They're very friendly people, and they are hiring. So, and they pay well. So if you're interested in a job, I will have all this information and these flyers available. So if you have any questions, you're just not sure about any of the information that I've talked about today, always give me a call here at the partnership. We're always here to help. We've taken the month of July off for our collaborative meetings, but we will have our meetings back in August on the third Tuesday of the month. So I do look forward to inviting you all there and seeing some of the organizations and individuals at those meetings. And those are great opportunities for you to come share events that you have going on related to families and children. So I always look forward to talking with you and bringing you information and resources. And if you ever have any questions, please feel free to call me here at my office. My direct line is 770-207-3175. Thank you very much.
Creative artists can offer you a wide range of video production. Call the experts and discuss your project today, whether it's your special event or your company. Creative Artist, 770-267-7368. Creative Artist produces this program you're watching. Call Creative Artist today, 770-267-7368. Creative Artist, they'll put you in the spotlight.
Hello, I'm Kenny Sargent with Keep Walton Beautiful, the Walton County Recycling Center. Thank everyone for tuning in today. Here at the center, we've been super busy. It's continued all through the summer, and we're proud of that. You know, we're happy. We talk a lot about people coming out and seeing what we have to offer. We do a lot of invitations on here and on social media, and it started paying off. So we do want to thank all of you that have heard some of those messages and have come out to the center and have began to recycle. So a big thank you for that. A few little reminders as we're getting through the summer. We still having a little bit of an issue with some of the CRT monitors and TVs making it into our computer recycling. Just want to remind you that those things are not recyclable. The older CRT monitors for your computer and TVs should not go in the computer recycling. They can be disposed of here, but they can't be recycled. When those things get mixed in with recycling, we get a bill back for those things being mixed in. And in those big boxes, sometimes they get mixed in and it's hard for us to catch them and pull them out before they get shipped off. So we'd really appreciate it if you try to help us out with that, just to make sure those things don't get sent to places they don't belong. And just a reminder with the grass clippings, it's summertime, the people are trimming hedges and cutting grass, and we still got a little time left for all of us to be cutting grass this summer. Those things need to go to an inert landfill. They can't be brought here. We still have a number of people that's making it all the way to our scales, and we have to turn them around and send them elsewhere, and they could really save the trip by just knowing that things like grass clippings, shrubs, trees, leaves, any of those things go to an inert landfill, and we have several throughout Walton County. You're welcome to Google them yourself, or you can call us and we'd be happy to give you the phone number and address. Going forward, we are starting to work on our Rivers Alive event that's coming up in October. We don't have a finalized date just yet, but I did want to put that out there. It's one of our biggest events of the year. We have, for the last several years, we're upwards of 300 volunteers all come out, and we meet up on a Saturday and do a big cleanup at as many of the county's waterways and areas adjacent to those waterways as we can. It's a big deal for us to try to keep litter out of our waterways in the county. So it's a big event. We're starting to kind of gather numbers and looking to see how many volunteers we're going to have. If you're interested in being a part of that event, please give us a call, or you can send us an email or whatever. We'd be happy to give you more information about that. But that is where a lot of our focus is right now. So please give us a call. It's a great event to be a part of. It's especially good for, groups, whether it be scouts. We have a lot of scouts, church groups, any other civic groups out there or clubs out there that are kind of looking for something to do as far as volunteering. It's a great opportunity. So give us a call. Our number here is 770-267-1421. And again, like I always do, and I will continue to do, if you really don't know much about us, you're not really into recycling right now, or even know how to get started, come out and see us or give us a call. Let us walk you through here, give you some tips on how to get started, how to make it more convenient and easier, and some of the reasons why it's important that you do. So come out and see us, give us a call, and until next time, take care.
We're right in the middle of summer, and that means it's time to get those portraits done. Summer portraits are so wonderful for families and for individuals. Whether it just be you or your family, it's time to book that summer photo session. Let me turn your summer moments into portrait art. Contact me today at 770-656-5794, or check me out on the web at darylproductions.com.
Hi, welcome to Monroe Walton Center for the Arts, your community arts center. We have got our Space Galaxies set up through the end of July, so you've just got a few more days to run in and see that. We have a grandmother that brings in her 2 grandsons almost every week, and they were in a couple of weeks ago. And I don't know, 7, 8-year-old looked at me and said, "Miss Hope, this is the funnest time we've ever had here." So, and they love this place, they love coming here, but they really loved the Galaxy. You can sit in there and just relax. The kids have books. There's always new art to see in there that's being generated out of our art camp. So please come and see that. That's been a lot of fun. Also, we have lots of things going on in the garden with the UFO crash site out there and some new garden plants out there. So it's a great place. I know it's hot, but as soon as it cools down, please enjoy the sculpture garden as well. It's part of our just saying thank you to Monroe for having us here and trying to add value to everything that we do here. Coming up in September, our kids classes relaunch. We have our ASAP, that's After School Arts Program with Miss Donna, and that's on Tuesdays, and that will start after Labor Day. So find out about that. You can email Donna at donna@monroeartguild.org, and she will get you all the information that you need to sign your children up for her after-school arts program. That program runs from September through the end of May every year. You don't have to sign up for the whole year. You can sign up month to month. Every 4 weeks or so, they kind of launch into a different project, so it's all kinds of media. They may draw, they may sculpt, they may do paper mache projects. They just do all kinds of different projects through the course of the year. So that starts after Labor Day, and you need to get signed up because her classes fill up really quickly. The other thing we have coming up is our fiber show that opens early in August 7th, I believe. And our launch weekend for that is Saturday, August 17th. We have several fun workshops going on that day. We have our popular sunflower clay drop-in class. We have a fashion show sponsored by Belks, and they will pair up some of their outfits with some of the handmade, creative goods made here by our local artists. Jewelry, scarves, shawls, things of that nature. And then we have Mojo Barbecue going to be out in the sculpture garden that Saturday. And we're still planning that day, so there'll be other events and classes as well, I'm sure. Always feel free to come in and visit us. We're open 6 days a week now, Monday through Saturday. Visit us on the web at monroewaltonarts.org to look at our class list and events and things that are going on here. 70 classes usually, just about every month, for kids, for adults, and we also serve some special needs populations through our Healing Arts program. So come in, give us a call, 770-207-8937 if you have any questions. Visit us on the web, and certainly please come in, get out of the heat, and enjoy your local arts center. Thanks.
You're watching Walton Entertainment.
Hello, Walton County. This is Kevin Little with the Chairman's Report. Hadn't talked to you in several months, so going to get you back up to date on several things that we got going on. First of all, I did want to let you know that the Board of Commissioners passed a new budget, and the new budget started July 1st, and it was based on keeping the millage rate the same. So if the property values did go up, then you will probably have a small tax increase, but we did keep the millage rate the same this year, which is something that we've been able to do for a lot of years here in the county, and the growth factor will continue. But as the growth happens, we got to have a lot more to keep the services that the county needs, and you as a citizen will. DOT is in with their contractors. If you see, they finally got the contractor back that's cutting the trees and cleaning up all the on-ramps and off-ramps around the county. 78 corridor, 138 corridor, Highway 11, that's going to look really good. The previous contractor, they just walked away from the contract last year in November or so, and it took DOT 5-6 months to get a new contractor in to make it happen. And that's exciting to get that cleaned up. It just looks really, really good with what they're doing. And also the eastbound East Spring Street out through Walmart and Liberty First Bank and McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, that they're working on that. That was a DOT project that the city and the county and the state partnered in to make that happen. There'll be 2 left turn lanes, and then you'll have a 2 through lanes that'll go through, and that'll help alleviate traffic flow there. They're going to be changing the traffic signal heads out there, and we're just trying to move that forward. And then as soon as that DOT's already approved the eastbound on-ramp. We've had several meetings with Gainesville and in Atlanta. You'll go just past Home Depot, and there'll be an on-ramp back onto 78 eastbound. So a lot of little projects that's coming along that we're able to leverage with your splash money. We do appreciate what you did with that 1 penny, and we're working very hard to help show you what that can happen in and around Monroe. And also out in the county, 138, they're going to be doing some traffic signal upgrades to some timing to try to help traffic move, because if we clear them out at Spring Street and 138, then HD8 will catch them, and then New Jersey will catch them. So we're looking at with that. Russell McMurray the commissioner for DOT has been a long-time friend of mine. He was in the county Monday a week ago, and we rode around and looked at a lot of these projects. We talked about off-ramp from 78 onto Highway 11 and a continuation lane running up towards Deer Acres. Traffic backs up there a good bit because people are trying to make a left turn, and it backs back down towards 78. So we're looking at possibly getting that done. But we rode out and looked at 138 at 81 in Walnut Grove, which is always a traffic problem there. And with the stores on all four corners, it's a little bit of a problem for them, but that's something they're looking at. He did want to see the roundabout that we're putting in. The county's put in a roundabout at Youth Jersey and Robertson Road at Broadnax Mill, almost completed with that. It's a few years ago we did the traffic studies and it met warrants for a roundabout, and then the gas pipeline started coming through. It took them about 2 years to do the gas pipeline, and so we were able to get the roundabout done, and they've still got to come back and put the concrete island, got several things we got to do, but main thing was to get it open and get it functional, that way people could do it. Also talked with Russell about a roundabout at 81 in Youth Jersey in front of the youth middle school. That's very important there. That backs up in the morning times and in the afternoons. Probably not an intersection that would meet traffic signal warrants, but the roundabout would take care of that, and it took care of problems at Social Circle that they had coming out of the high school down there on Hightower, and the roundabout is a really good way of moving traffic, and very, very few accidents, definitely no T-bone accidents anymore. So as you see, there's a lot of things going on in the county. We've had the 2 or 3, 4 day drought, and then we have 2 or 3 day heavy rain, so the grass is continuing to grow. So if you're fortunate and the county tractors are on your area and then it's dry for a few days, you'll be fine, but otherwise if it's raining, it's probably going to be grown back, and they're working very hard there. And we're ramping up our paving. We're paving in several roads in the county, so you'll be seeing some of that. And DOT is actually going to start on 83 here very soon from Unicia Drive down to the county line, so they'll be starting there. So there's a lot of activities, a lot of things going on here in the county. If you have any questions or concerns, please give me a call, 770-267-1301. Thank you.
Are you in need of tractor work, bush hogging, grading, cleaning, sod installs, and drainage repair? Then you need Bold Springs Landscape Solutions. Bold Springs Landscape Solutions is a licensed, insured, and certified landscape solutions company. Their services include grading and drainage, bush hogging and clearing work, as well as fencing, landscape, and sod installation. Contact Bold Springs Landscape Solutions today. Welcome to Focus. This segment is an opportunity for us to focus on what matters with people, places, and things. I'm your photographer, Darrell Everidge. Today I'm privileged to sit down with Monroe Mayor John Howard, who talks to us about different aspects of the city, some of the city council's decisions at the last meeting, and what's in store for Monroe for the future. Tell us a little bit about the job going into it. Is there anything you encountered you didn't think that you were going to encounter?
No, I'm lucky in that we are a weak mayor system, meaning that the council has full leadership as a group, and I look at my role more as a liaison. And I lead the meetings, and I get to sign proclamations, and I'm the face, no matter how pretty it is not. But there's not a bigger cheerleader for Monroe, and Monroe needs somebody to share the good news. I mean, we've got a great thing going, and the mayor's job is only as active as the city mayor chooses to make it.
During the last city council meeting, 3 developments, 2 were denied and 1 was tabled. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
One, right. And we did not table that. That particular developer asked to have it tabled. we have a corridor overlay district that has landscaping requirements, impervious surface requirements. In the particular lot in question, the developer bought the lot, came forth with his plans. It's my understanding prior to actually going over the overlay district and learning what was needed. So then
The apartment complex.
No. I'm sorry. This is
Church Street.
This is the Spring Street project where there was I believe it was a Sport Clips and a chicken place and a T-Mobile.
East of Arby's is what.
Right.
Okay.
And it's really the product was just too big for the lot. And I think they're still, I think Daryl and Patrick are still trying to work with it to hammer it out to make it work for the site, and hope we don't lose that developer. So he, Mike and Dave Burnby, nice gentlemen. They want to do what's best, but we have to understand that when we have folks come in from outside to bring a development here, developers are in business to make money, and they're to make as much money as they possibly can. We are in business to protect our asset, and there are a lot of things that come into play, but the first one is this corridor overlay district that was approved by the council in 2014. We're not changing the rules of the game as we go. We are playing by the rules that were set forth years ago, and we're trying to adapt and massage to make things fit under those guidelines. This case, I think we are still moving, and we'll lose one of those restaurants. But I think the final product is going to be better. This corridor overlay district was put into effect, number one, because we don't want a concrete jungle. So parking is set in the back. Number two, to have additional landscaping requirements that, not number one, soften the building, but number two, cool the environment. And then number three, you have requirements for the making materials of the building. So a certain amount of brick, a certain amount of stone, no plastics and PVCs. I mean, we're requiring nicer, higher end materials. And the Burnbys were great, and they tried to work with us. It's just we couldn't do it as fast as they had hoped with the plans coming forward and trying to make those guidelines work for them. I hope they'll be back, and I have every confidence that they will. Monroe's in a good position right now.
What about the area at 138 and 78th intersection at Walmart?
Right.
Do you think that it's at its capacity? Is there room over there for more development?
There will be room for more development, and I'm also a capitalist. And a libertarian to an extent that, this is my property, and I want to do something with it. I want to provide something for the city of Monroe and make money at the same time in the developer's shoes, but I also want to put a product out there that's going to be appealing to the eye, that's going to be easy ingress, egress, connectivity to the surrounding areas. It's our understanding that DOT is going to do intersection improvements in that area in the immediate future. I was under the impression that they would have started that by now, but DOT's got a lot on its plate, especially in our area. We're looking, they're doing testing on the truck route right now. They're doing land acquisitions right now. We have future expansion and redesign of the on-ramps and off-ramps from 78 onto Broad Street. We have a new road that's going to be running in the Charlotte-Rowell area, right back to Broad Street, where we have a development that's coming in at the July 2nd meeting for our final, the retail development that we've been discussing for years and years and years and years is coming to fruition. So we're really excited about that.
One of the things on the city council's meeting that day was an apartment complex.
Right, 216 units.
And that was denied. What was the specific reason for that?
Well, there are a lot of reasons. The main one being the multifamily residential development, in our opinion, should go at the periphery of a commercial development like this. There was this, and it should be last. This one was going in first, and it was adding to adding traffic to the area prior to having the development. We do see an area, there's property on the periphery where an apartment would be a good fit, but it's just not a good fit there. And mathematically, I don't think that we need to continue to add multifamily residential at a rate that is that will add to our already existing multifamily zoned properties.
And I noticed the downtown is just flourishing. It's doing great.
Right.
And the Mike Cash building was being worked on pretty regular, and then it seems like it's just kind of stopped.
Well, it is our understanding that it is still on go. They took the paper down from the windows last week, so there has been stuff happening inside. Dean and Lindsay South seem to be wonderful people. They are moving to the heart of downtown, so they're on go. I just don't know how rapidly they're going to be able to open. But if you look at where we stand right now, we've just opened South on Broad. We have LR Burgers coming. Silver Queen is under construction. The Southern Brewing and Tap Room and Distillery should be open in the next couple of months. I would love by the end of the year Major Humphreys to be open. So it's a lot of commercial/retail development very quickly. And I also know how difficult it is to find subs. So, they could be backed up for various reasons, but we've got every confidence that they'll move forward.
And Ian Henderson's moving out of town. He's been here for a good many years.
And
what's
Ian,
going to become of that old building?
And Ian's a good friend of mine, and I'll miss him. But he had, I believe, been there for 7 or 8 years. And the holders own the property and have chosen to go another way. It's my understanding that it will remain an antique mall, but they also have a master plan that they want to stick to. So with the senior flats under construction right now, maybe a future restaurant, maybe additional stores, they could have an expansion of Maiden Monroe. So there are a lot of moving parts over there, and I'm going to let you really go further with Rick and Whit and Gable Holder. I mean, they're just a fantastic group. They want what's best for Monroe, and they're also not going to do something that is going to adversely impact our town.
All those out there that's opposed to the new sidewalks. There's a certain group of people on social media that talk that down anytime that subject comes up, and more so on North Broad Street. What they wonder is who is going to go past Marable Street.
Well, here's the thing: we are in everyday competition, and it's competition with other communities. When people want to move here, People want to get out of the overly congested areas to our west. And we want them here. We are making ourselves competitive by being attractive. The number one thing people look for, according to the Urban Land Institute, when they move to an area are sidewalks and trails. Okay. Number two is public schools. Our public schools have turned the corner and are doing a bang-up job. Nathan Franklin, Alan Satterfield at Carver has done an outstanding job. The team at Monroe area is amazing. So I feel real comfortable there that kids are going to get a really good education here. But we also want them to be able to walk places. Don't want them walking in the street. We don't want our entire town to look like it's been neglected for 50 years. We're putting in quality. You will see redevelopment of Broad Street as Charlotte Rel develops, as that commercial shopping center develops, and maybe future apartments around the periphery of that. Broad Street, we have a large property out there that has a ton of potential. And I can't really speak on what's going on there because I don't know. It's privately owned. They I'm sure have their own plans. But look down South Broad. Look what's happened there. A lot of foot traffic. Look on Spring Street. Ton of traffic. And the same thing is going to happen here. I don't know why anybody would be opposed to it.
What about, where's the future for Monroe? In your eyes, what do you hope to accomplish?
The future for Monroe? We want to continue smart growth. We want to address our traffic situation, but we need help. This is a lot of DOT, a lot of screaming, clawing, and gnashing of teeth to get things operating, to get the trucks out of downtown.
And I think the best last question would be, when can we expect the Publix to open?
I can't admit that it's going to be a Publix. It seems to be that Publix is the grocery store of choice by this particular developer. I can't give a timeline because I'm not the developer, but they will be here for final approval of their development plan next week, and they should be closing on the property in the fall, and hopefully they'll be starting construction before the first of the year. So on that kind of timeline, I can't imagine it would take more than a year for construction. The really cool thing is they have a group of a group of retailers that are all set to go. So when they announce, they're not only going to announce the grocery store, they're going to announce all the peripheral satellite companies that'll be with them. I can't say all. You're going to have a couple of smaller retail shops that won't be filled, but the main anchor tenants will. And folks are going to be excited. And folks are going to complain about traffic. And it's our job to make it as safe and efficient as possible.
Well, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to be with us today, man.
I'm here for you anytime. I appreciate you coming in.
And thanks for watching another episode of Focus. Until next time, I'm your photographer, Darrell Leverage. Each week, as part of Walton County's Park and Recreation's fitness program, Valerie Ermitz hosts Parkinson's Fit Class. For more information, visit waltoncountyga.gov.
Alright, are we ready? Alright. We're starting out already. What are we fighting? Parkinson's. right, yeah, exercise. Exercise is so good for Parkinson's. It's good for everybody. It's good for everything, right?
Right.
And it makes us feel good, and it helps release some natural dopamine so we can move better. And it's going to help our brain so that we can transmit little pathways there and move better in everyday life, okay? So let's get started. You're going to sit up nice and tall and straight. This is what we call powering up. Power up. All right, reach out. What are we going to do? Big. Big. Reach down. Reach up high. Wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big. Whoa. 2. Touch your shoe. Reach up high. Wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big. Whoa. 3. Climb a tree. Yeah. Reach up there, swing from a branch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big. Whoa. 4. Touch the floor. Reach up high. Wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big. Whoa. 5. We're alive. Yay. Another day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big. Whoa. 6. Don't play tricks. Reach up high. Wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big. Whoa. 7. Where are we going? We're going to go to heaven? Yes. 1, 2. We're aiming there. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Big. Whoa. 8. What are we going to do? Sit straight. Sit up straight. Wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big. Whoa. 9. Be mine. Have a glass of wine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big. Whoa. 10. Let's do it again. Reach up high. Wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big. Whoa. Oh, okay. We got the blood circulating through our body now. We're warming up the muscles. Okay. Now we're going to use our voices. Voices. Because with Parkinson's, you don't speak as loud, but you have smaller voices. So we're going to project our voices. We're going to use our vocal cords, right? Right. Yeah. Yes. And we're going to speak out loud. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up and down, front, back, front, back, front, back, front and back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front and back, in, out, in, out, in, out, in and out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in and out. Woo! All right. Pretend ball in your hands, right? You got that pretend ball? All right, we're going to warm up the torso here. We're going to bounce that ball to the right and the left. Right and left. Right and left. Right and left. You had a good home and you left. You're right. You're left. You're right. You're left. You're right. your left, your right, your left, your right, and left. All right. Warm up the shoulders. Bring those shoulders up to your ears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I don't know, 9, and 10. All right. Shoulder rolls back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now go forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Let's switch to the feet. I want you to pick a spot on the floor, and I want you to touch it with your heel and then your toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Heel, toe, heel, and toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, and away we go. Other side. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, and toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, and away we go. All right, heels together. You're going to pivot on your heel, toes go out, and then back in. Out and in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now we're going to pivot on the balls of our feet so our heels go out. Out and then back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, Auntie M, there's no place like home with those heels. Okay. All right, let's do some finger exercises here. It's good to work those little muscles in your hands and in your fingers. Spread those fingers wide, and then you're going to make a fist, pull them back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Yeah, get an arm workout in there too, right? Right. All right, palms are facing each other, and then you're going to just turn your palms away from each other, and then back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, shake it out. We get an arm workout.
We're right in the middle of summer, and that means it's time to get those portraits done. Summer portraits are so wonderful for families and for individuals. Whether it just be you or your family, it's time to book that summer photo session. Let me turn your summer moments into portrait art. Contact me today at 770-656-5794 or check me out on the web at darylproductions.com.